You know Peter Obi, or you ever love Peter Obi, or you vote for Peter Obi, or you believe in his own ideology, the favor that I would like you to do for him is to share this video until you reach him. I'm not asking you to share this video because I want to get followers or views. I'm telling you to share this video because I like Peter Obi and I also believe in his own ideology. I see Peter Obi is going around the northern Nigeria, northwest to be precise, digging boreholes, doing some projects. I don't know whether you have a very good political analyst to tell you the northern politics. I'm born and brought up in the north. Atiku Abubakar, Ali Mustafa, Konkoso, they are all my brothers. Let's forget about the religious difference because we are religious by God. We are brothers because we first become northerner before religion came. So what am I trying to point out? The political architecture of the northwest depend on religion. The people who are controlling the politics of the northwest are imams, and those imams are using their position given to them by God in the Holy Quran to manipulate the poor masses. Yes, because they are the one to determine who to vote and who not to vote. I want you to know that the northern Nigeria, the northwest, are not voting for a person because he's a good candidate. They are not voting for a person because he will give them quality leadership. If you like, open the tap of milk and honey for them, they will never vote you because you are not a Muslim. And that is their political standard, and that is how they set it, and that is what they believe on. So I would like you to save your energy and stop all those projects that we are doing, to focus on area that vote for you last time, and also motivate the North Central Muslims, Kwara, Kogi, and the rest, and Benue, to motivate them to vote for you for 2027. But any project that you are doing in the northwestern Nigeria, I want you to know that their political standard is religion. He must be a Muslim. If he is not a Muslim, he must be a Hausa Muslim from the north. That is how they set their political standard, and that's the gospel truth. Because me, I don't spread propagandas. Secondly, I want to say this to Peter Obi for his own good. What makes Tinubu to win 2023 election is because Tinubu have a good political analyst that analyze the politics of Nigeria for him. And you don't have a good political analyst. Let me tell you the fact. Most of the Yorubas that motivate you to contest for that election, Peter Obi, they did not motivate you because they want you to win. But they motivate you to come out because they want you to provide that 12 million vote you and Atiku Abubakar got in 2019. That is why they motivate you to do that. So for you going into politics 2027, make sure you have a very good political analyst that will analyze politics for you, because the northern politics is more than what you think. Why did I say so? That the Yoruba did not motivate you to contest because they want you to win. We all know Yorubas. Yoruba cannot choose you over their brothers. Yoruba are so united, and they are Yorubas in their lives. That's what I want you to understand. Yes, the person that analyzed that political structure for Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a smart person. Number one, the role that you are going to play in that election is for you to contest and divide the 12 million vote that you have, you and Atiku Abubakar, in 2019. And the Muslim ticket that was given to the north, because they know if they did not pick a Muslim from the north, the northern Muslim will not vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and because they are religious by God, and that's the gospel truth. For Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get a 25% in the northwest, he have to choose a Muslim ticket. Although Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not pick a Muslim ticket just because he want to Islamize Nigeria or anything, he just pick it to win election. And you as a Igbo man, they know Igbo man, when he stand on something, he don't withdraw. So that is why the Yorubas energize you, motivate you to come out for the president. But 2027, we want to make it something different. That is why I'm advising you to be conscious of your political strategies. Northern Nigeria, Northwest to be precise, their political standard is a Muslim. If you like, open the tap of milk and honey for them. They will not vote you. They don't vote Kapuri. They don't vote Adni. They only vote for a Muslim. That's the gospel truth, and that's what they stand for.
There have been the talk about having a coalition for a while. Finally, the coalition has come. And they issued a communique yesterday saying the APC cannot fix the problem of Nigeria. The PDP is also broken, so they are the way forward. Politicians will always posit things when it favors them. They will always have their own plan off their sleeves. Many of us didn't know before now that the talk about SDP and other political parties coming into a coalition or using the SDP platform was a distraction. And now it has crystallized that is the ADC that they're going to use. In fact, they've gotten a very forthright gentleman, Bolaji Abdullahi, to be able to lead the publicity charge of the ADC. And now they're going to be taking the structures of the political party as a coalition. What do people say? I have been hearing a very sentimental argument for some people that say, why is it that any time that there's a Southerner as president, that the North is always thinking about coalition? The truth is, anybody has a right for political calculation. That argument falls flat on its feet, because those that said it was time for coalition were also Southerners during the time of Goodluck Jonathan. The likes of the incumbent President Bola Tinubu was also there. So making that argument is a very race-based argument or regional or tribal argument. Anybody can form a coalition at any point in time. The coalition people form is to be able to gain power. The APC did it when they felt it was time to fight the PDP. So it's not a North or South thing. The question we should ask ourselves is Nigeria better today than it was many years ago? No. There's more inflation, there's more hardship on the lives of the people, there's more pain, there's more penury. Some might argue and say, hey, yes, fuel subsidy gone, he promised, he delivered, but at what cost to Nigerians? Did he also fulfill, I'm talking about President, did he also fulfill the promise he made that he was going to create buffers? Where are the loans to the companies they promised? Where is the increased food production they promised? A lot of promises he made has gone unfulfilled. It has caused hardship, it has caused pain. And me, I do a lot in the charity space, and I can tell you when there's pain and hardship in the lives of Nigerians. That's number one argument. So for those that argue and say, let him do his time and go before any other person thinks of it, no. Presidential position is not served a la carte. Even President Tinubu knows this. He'll have to fight for his position just like other people are fighting to push him out of his position. So there's no big deal about that. There's no big deal about contestation. If he doesn't work hard, he will lose the election, and he knows that. So he's not a baby politician. So that argument is also out about it. If a coalition feels that they will have to fight to be able to pull President Tinubu out of there, President Tinubu too will have to fight back. And there are many things that are wrong in Nigeria as we speak today. For instance, President Tinubu went ahead to St. Lucia to give scholarships when people are suffering in Nigeria. Also, the state of emergency being declared. Other things, the way budgets are manipulated. Budget did a report, over 11,000 constituency projects, worth trillions. Nothing has been done about that. The Rivers State budget, 24 billion to be able to build solar panel and the likes. So there are many problems. But is this political coalition going to be able to harness the solution? I will analyze it for you empirically by saying, President Tinubu too is not going to sit down and watch people manipulate political positions as his back and he looks on. So he's going to fight. The very first fight that will start is the fight of destabilizing the ADC. And in the next 2 weeks, that fight will start. Political machinations will start full swing. People will try to infiltrate the ADC. You will see a lot of spies that will join the ADC. And some of them have already prepared to join the ADC. All the people that have come together in coalition, do they have the bona fide to be able to beat President Tinubu? Time will tell. Another thing that will cause a problem in this coalition will be the Peter Obi factor. Obi has tasted elections by running alone on a platform that nobody gave him a chance, like the Labour Party. It wasn't a popular platform. And he got over 6 million votes. He came third. Obi will never want to run as anything less than the presidential candidate. Will the coalition be able to accommodate his candidature? Will he run with them, or he will go and run on his own platform and act as a spoiler in this election? In a case, if that happens, it's going to divide more votes. And if the opposition think they can play that game, how are they going to be able to play it against the federal might of President Tinubu? Thirdly, the consensus of the North. The big voting states are the KKK states. With these beavers now, they don't give high number of votes as such again. If you go and check the last election pattern, it's not as high as it used to be in 2015. Will this coalition be able to summon up and win most of the northern states? President Tinubu has also hedged in his game a lot of the defections and everything. So you are sure the APC will have inroads in Rivers and the likes, probably when they sort out this Fulani matter, probably provide work for them. In Rivers and the likes and some other areas, is going to have a leg up. The Southwest, is it divided? Will Obi be able to win the Southwest again or win Lagos? I pretty much doubt that. So the votes are going to be split down the middle. The last presidential election, pretty much most of the candidates got 12 states each. Obi had inroads in the Southeast, in the South, and he was able to pick up Lagos and picked up some parts, I mean FCT and some other, parts, and he did, not that great in some parts of the North. Will he be able to consolidate about that? No. So in a case where Obi goes to run separately because he can't get a ticket in the coalition, then definitely a lot of votes are going to be split. With a vote split favor Tinubu, time will tell. Some argued that in the last election, a vote split by Atiku and Obi because they couldn't make an agreement, or Kwankwaso did favor Tinubu. The joker of the APC will probably be Kwankwaso. But the thing about Kwankwaso is his influence only spans in Kano. So, will Kwankwaso, yes, if he probably finally goes to the APC, will he be able to get the Kano votes? Time will tell. I don't know the relationship between Tinubu and Ganduje, but a lot of people say he's still good despite the fact that he's left for his health reasons. So will APC be able to consolidate on Kano? That's it. So if APC probably gets Kano, how strong will this coalition be in Katsina and other states? And Borno, even up to Adamawa? Are they huge voting blocks? Will El Rufai be able to deliver Kaduna? Because El Rufai has not said anything about joining, this coalition. Only time will tell. So there are many case scenarios. But scenario number 2 will be, will Obi emerge from this, or will Atiku emerge? I think scenario number 3 should be Atiku's ambition. Will Atiku be able to put back his ambition for the interests of generality? Time will tell. What about other people like the Amechis of this world and all of that? Who will be able to get the tickets? The 4th scenario will be about PDP. Will the PDP be able to solve its internal crisis? Time will tell. Will the PDP be able to solve its internal crisis and present a candidate? Or is there a scenario in which Obi will be able to go back to the PDP? Time will tell.
If Wike can work for the APC and still remain in the PDP, we can work for the coalition and also remain in the PDP. I repeat, if Wike can work for the APC and still remain in the PDP, we can work for the coalition and also still remain in the PDP. Note, over 70% of PDP members have joined the coalition. I repeat, over 70%, 70 to 80% of PDP members have joined the coalition. It is remaining Wike's group, Wike's group that is in the PDP as we speak. So there's this saying that if Wike can work for the APC and he's still a member of the PDP, we can join the coalition and also still be members of the PDP. Now the coalition has adopted a new political party, and that party officially is the ADC, African Democratic Congress, ADC, African Democratic Congress. Now, the hero of this coalition and alliance is Raf Nwosu. Raf Nwosu sacrificed his party and his National Working Committee for the coalition. Now, they are calling Raf Nwosu the hero of the coalition. Raf Nwosu has the ADC. He is the one in charge of. Now, he get ADC. But he had to sacrifice everything. His National Working Committee, his structure. He collapsed his structure for the coalition and the opposition party. Now, we have two parties in Nigeria. Two parties. We have the APC, we have the ADC. APC, ADC. No other political party. There is no Labour Party, there is no PDP. Because all politicians, everyone that has popularity, everyone that has electoral value, they are either in the coalition, opposition, or they are in the APC. So I don't see any person coming under the PDP. Maybe it's Wike that will come as presidential candidate under the PDP, or the Labour Party. Maybe it's Julius Abure. So we have two political parties signed and sealed now. It is the APC and the ADC. Let the banter begin. Now, politics has started, has begun. See, the party was unveiled midnight by 12. El-Rufai unveiled. These guys, at the way they are moving, they are trying to confuse the ruling party. But however, at the end of the day, today, we will know who and who is the presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate. Okay? Let's move on. Three former presidents has been adopted. 3 former presidents have been adopted by the ADC. I will not mention the third person. One is Jonathan. Jonathan has been adopted by the ADC. Number 2 is Obasanjo. I will not mention the third person. Let the third person unveil himself. You can guess and get it, but it is not going to come from my mouth. It seems this coalition, they are very, very serious at this point in time. Now, the most important thing is who becomes the presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate. That is most important. But the heavyweight I'm seeing behind this, wow. I'm seeing people like Donald Duke. I'm seeing people like Saraki. I'm seeing people like Chief Tommy Kimi. These are top PDP guys. Top PDP guys in this coalition. What is the problem? What is going on? Because I don't trust the Saraki and even an Aregbe Shola to be in this coalition. Because for me, it looks like an extension of Bola Ahmed Tinubu into the political party. I don't know. I just feel like there's something off in these people, Aregbe Shola and Saraki. But however, it is what it is. Now, 2027 is set. Now, it is now left for Bolaji Abdullahi, the National Publicity Secretary, to direct the movement of publicity. Whether they will adopt the APC style, because it is only the APC style of publicity that will be able to bring fruit and results come 2027. Banter for banter, aura for aura, propaganda for propaganda. We know that we have deep pockets in the coalition. We know that we have people who were in the APC and understand how the APC runs their program. They understand how APC does their thing. So it is left for them to organize themselves. We have less than 21 months to go to the election. And all this will be concluded on election day. But I still see Tinubu ahead. You know why? The coalition might make mistakes when it comes to the presidency and vice presidency. It will be unveiled today. They might make mistakes, and that would divide their votes. But however, it is dependent on their media team, on how they can sway the minds of people, convince people to accept whatever ticket they are going to throw at Nigerians. If Peter Obi becomes the vice presidential candidate and Atiku, is dependent on the media, on those their social media handlers, and the quality of people they employ to use to address the emotions of Nigerians, of the obedient, and every other person that does not want a P2B to deputize Atiku. If a P2B who has said he will agree to a one-term is used as the presidential candidate and Atiku as the vice, or whoever as the vice, or a strong northern as the vice, that means they need their media handlers to be able to attack every propaganda. Now, somebody from the APC who is a northerner is saying that any northerner that votes for P2B is against Islam. So a fellow northerner had to attack him. So it is banter for banter. Whatever this group brings into the media, you cancel it and attack. Most times you attack. See, anything that is repeated over and over again becomes something that is registered in the minds of people that are visible or that are reading that thing you are tweeting or you are posting. Yes. So there should be a repeated attack, repeated propaganda, so that everybody, we want craze, go craze. Everybody want mad, go mad. If they can sustain that level of propaganda, look at 2015. Look at what the APC did, and they ousted Jonathan. If they can sustain that, they can have a chance to meet Tinubu at the polls. But if they cannot, they don't have any chance to meet Tinubu at the polls. Look at what happened in Lagos State. Traditional rulers were dethroned, not even suspended. Dethroned, because they attended a Labour Party meeting. When the Labour Party is out of it, as I'm looking at it, Labour Party is out of it. So it is ADC. Everybody, you see, there's a call for everybody to run and align. Join the ADC now. Register with the ADC now. Show your interest in the ADC. Start campaigning with the ADC and for the ADC. I repeat, there is a clarion call for every person that is concerned to start joining the ADC, registering your membership for the ADC, and start campaigning for the ADC. See, politics is not emotions. Politics is strategy. So that is the only strategy for now, from now to the end of this year. Put your media team, because the strong point of the APC is their media. The strong point of the APC. And the coalition, if they know what they need to do, they have a lot of things to use against this government. A lot of things. And they need to be so ruthless. They need to take away conscience. See, if you are playing, if you are going to banter with the APC, take away your conscience. Your conscience is not needed at this point in time. An APC high-profile politician who always tweets on social media, he said there is no honor and moral in politics. I'm not quoting anybody now. If there's evidence, I'll bring it out. There's no moral and honor in politics. I said, oh, so we are in this Nigeria, we're asking for good governance. Somebody is coming out to say, somebody is expecting a president to perform, is saying that there's no honor, and you call them honorable members. There's no honor and morals in politics. Wow. So if you are dealing with the APC at this point in time, well, so it's going to be a big one if Jonathan, part of this coalition. Oh God, I never still believe Jonathan, part of the coalition. Obasanjo is frequent. He always joins the coalition against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is normal. But if Jonathan throws his weight behind his coalition and becomes active and always makes statements, then it is going to be a battle for the APC. I wish Jonathan were to be the presidential candidate. Then me, if I see Senator Jonathan they adopt as the presidential candidate of the party, and they deputize him with one other person, my brother, it is going to be easier, much more easier than a Peter Obi. I know what I'm saying. It is going to be much more easier. You see, now the Northern Nigeria, they will support Jonathan with all their might. They will support him. A Peter Obi might be skeptical. Somebody said, we don't trust Peter Obi, saying that he will only do 4 years. We don't trust. But if Jonathan entered that ring against the Tinubu, my brother, both international, everybody will align. Southern Nigeria is so. They will align. Maybe the APC boys and Southwest may not align, but people will align and realign. South will align, realign, overline. Even a WK cannot be able to sustain Port Harcourt. But as it is game for game. When I see members of the coalition, I shake my head. You know why I shake my head? Tinubu boys did it. But however, let's look at what happens or what transpires at the end of the day. So moving on to North and South dichotomy. The APC now, they are ready to fire their missiles, and they know where they will fire it now. They will use political power. They will use whatever power they have. Spiritual, APC gets spiritual power. Don't underrate the APC. APC, they know what they are doing. APC led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they know, see, both spiritual, both political, and I don't know whether they have physical power. Physical power might be relegated to the Southwest. But these guys, they have spiritual and political power. So they know where they will be directing their missiles to. Most importantly, they are waiting. See, you see, from today, the APC will do meeting upon meeting. They will rearrange their media team. They might even recruit more people into their media team so that they can intensify their attacks on the members of this coalition. Painting a propaganda. See, it is the narrative that wins. Narrative. The Bible says, whatsoever a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, or so it is. Whatsoever. So, narrative is what people make you think to be the truth. They channel that. That's what the media does. If you go to the newspaper stand today, when would they have the social media? go to newspaper stand today, whatever topic they bring is what you're going to discuss or think about. They will shape your thought pattern. That thing they bring together, many things happened. 1,001 things happened during that day. But the media will select the one that you will read about, and it shapes your reality. So the narrative, the person that controls the narrative wins the day. APC has been controlling the narrative since 2015. If the coalition can take away this narrative and also take some parts of the control, like 60% of the narrative, I'm sure that they will have an edge. They will have an edge. Number two, INEC reformation. INEC, more of match, million man match. There should be a frequent million man match. Let it be put to the face of the people. Let people see you keep matching and matching and matching. In fact, from now to the end of this year, they should do like 5 match all over Nigeria. Let them pull the crowd. It works on the psychology of voters and of the people. I tell you, say, me, I be politician. I like to be politician. I will be politician. In fact, I'll be a politician. So there are some of these strategies that you use to campaign. If they see you march through the market, just march alone with your, they know that you people are the ADC. It will register in the minds of the people. If you march in the north, march in the east, march in the south, you march everywhere, the new party ADC, and you bring out message of goodwill. Nigerians will be so, okay, we have an ADC, a party. The people who don't like Tinubu, they will align. They will align. You know, some people, they don't care who becomes, even though let El-Rufai becomes the presidential candidate of the new political party, they don't care. So far, Tinubu is out. What happened in Ojora in Lagos State? Don't think that majority of Yorubas like Tinubu. There's a difference. They will support, majority of Yorubas will support Tinubu, but don't think that majority of Yorubas like Tinubu. If there's an alternative which suits their personal interest, their ethnic interest, if there's an alternative, you see a lot of Yorubas will not support the Tinubu or the APC. But there's no alternative. Tinubu has made sure that the APC favors Yoruba people, and Yoruba people are on board. Does not mean that they like him. So there are people that don't like the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that with all this your match, all this your show and everything, it is going to create, like, you are speaking to the subconscious of Nigerians. And whatever you do from now on, you see, any tweet about ADC now will get views. I'm telling you, the name ADC, if you had a lot of people that would talk about ADC every day, talk about ADC, talk about it, just put ADC in their tweets. Just have like 1,000 persons talk about the ADC every now and then. Just put them left, right, center. ADC, ADC. You turn left, ADC. I did public relations in school. Now, it meant O2 Academy wherever I go. You put it, let it be in the subconscious mind of the people. From now to the end of this year, then you are on a pedestal that is moving. I know that Southern Nigeria, living for Tinubu, if it's for free and fair elections, I might not say Tinubu has it. But I told you that APC is not ready for free and fair elections. Don't come here and tell us that APC is ready. APC is not ready for free and fair elections. Go and find free and fair elections after Nigeria is restructured. Under this system, you cannot afford a free and fair election. Not the kind of game the APC. Actually, I don't turn to advisor for the ADC or whatever. But my own is that whoever that enters there, see, me, I'm looking forward to restructuring Nigeria. See, at the wait, me, what I need is, let these people constitute a strong opposition. Let them fight to make them fight themselves, fight. So Tinubu will just vex. Tinubu will just vex. Do some things he wanted to do second time, he go do and first time. Which I want. Let them see, let them scatter everywhere. They say, if the ADC win the election, Nigeria will still better. If I make Tinubu do 100 years, Nigeria will still better. Your life go better or my life go better, but Nigeria as a country no go better. So what concern me at the end of the day? Restructure Nigeria, that's the main thing. We want you to restructure Nigeria. If Tinubu wins tomorrow, if El-Rufai wins tomorrow, if Peter Obi wins tomorrow, my brother, Nigeria cannot get better. At best, within 3 or 4 years, you will see some small changes. But if they will reset it to status quo. Imagine a Tinubu, let's use Tinubu. Tinubu start putting out policies that favors the people. You reduce fuel price, exchange rate, more government loans, government intervention programs, more jobs, employment. The people are getting a lot. People are encouraged to do a lot of research, skills acquisition. They pay people to to learn a skill. They make it enterprising and lucrative, skill acquisition. Technical schools are upgraded like what Atiku has done. You're paying technical, like encourage people, encourage education. Anybody that has an ability, a unique ability, create a hub for where they can come together. Most of the Nigerian scholarship abroad, they will sign an undertaking that you are going abroad to harness your skill. You use in Nigeria, maybe in the first 5 years or 6 years, before you can do any other thing. If the people, the masses are benefited, best 4 or 5 years, somebody else will come, will run your own package. Because all of us will not think together. Our ideology is different from each other. That's why I'm saying Nigeria needs to be restructured. Everybody will know where it stands. Left, right, center. The game is the game. But still, with all this alignment and realignment, I still see a Tinubu ahead. That's why I told you the other time, Labour Party. Labour Party for me won the election. But INEC decides to win the election in Nigeria. It's not your vote. INEC is the one that counts the votes. They will decide who wins the election. It is not your vote. The people believe that P2B won the election. INEC believed otherwise. So when everything was going on, blah, 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 I told them, Peter Obi no go win this election. The ABC guys were surprised. You are supporting Peter Obi. Why are you saying such a thing? I said, Peter Obi no go win this election. If you look at it critically, Peter Obi is far from winning that election. And it happened that Bola Ahmed Tinubu won the election. And this is where we are today. So with the coalition, you just started now. I cannot say whether it is Aregbesola, because Aregbesola, that one is a politician. That one an astute politician. Whether Aregbesola, David Mark and Co, whether Jonathan is there or Obasanjo is there, when I see your workings, when I see the body, when I see the actions you are taking, left, right, center, then we can say this one can happen when you do this one. Some people, they get political sense. God help me, I get small political sense. I get small. Nobody knows everything. These guys up there, they sabi pass me.